And now we do want to move to Hawaii, where President Biden is set to visit tomorrow to assess the damage of the deadliest American wildfire in more than a century. The president will be visiting the ravaged town of Lahaina in Maui, where he will meet with survivors, first responders, and local officials as they try to recover from this destructive fire that has killed more than 100 people so far. NewsNation correspondent Evyn Moon has more on what we can expect from the president's visit tomorrow. Evyn.
That's right, Natasha. The president and first lady are heading to Maui tomorrow, where they will talk with a grief-stricken community. The White House releasing a statement just tonight saying that they are eager to get there, but they will likely hear from upset residents who have been saying they needed better communication during those tragic first days following the fires.
A whole city destroyed. Generations of Native Hawaiian history turned into ruin.
In 24 hours, the president lands in Maui to survey damage and console distraught residents. As Hawaii's governor today says more than 1,000 people are still unaccounted for, and locals worry they could be without power for many weeks. But heading into Biden's trip, both his government's response and his personal reaction to the disaster are under intense scrutiny.
Talk about the Hawaii response, Mr. President.
The former FEMA administrator during Hurricane Katrina slamming Biden's apparent public dispassion.
Let's differentiate the response from Biden's response, because Biden's response is an abject failure. No comment.
But Hawaii Governor Josh Green defended the administration, saying within hours of a phone call, the president was sending aid.
Incredible support from the federal government. Within 6 hours and 10 minutes, the president approved my major disaster declaration. It was incredible.
I've spoken to Governor Josh Green multiple times and reassured him the state will have everything it needs from the federal government.
FEMA confirms more than 1,000 federal personnel, including 450 search and rescue teams, are on the ground assisting with relief efforts. But the people of Maui are calling for better communication in what many describe as mishaps and messes in the days following the fires. The head of Maui's emergency management agency resigned after he defended not using the island's siren system last week as the deadly wildfires took over 100 lives.
Sirens in Hawaii typically are used for tsunamis. If we had run the sirens according to the team that was supposed to make that decision, it is just as likely, I'm not saying we shouldn't have done it, but it is just as likely people would have come out of their houses and gone up the mountain right into the fire.
Hawaii Attorney General Ann Lopez saying she will launch an independent investigation into the state's response. And misinformation spreading among locals in the chaos of the aftermath. Social media posts discouraging people from accepting federal aid by falsely claiming FEMA could seize their properties.
They're in devastation right now. They are they're suffering. They will listen to anything. They're just grasping, whatever communication is coming out, but it is not true. FEMA is there to help, and they're not going to take away your land.
President Biden's trip an opportunity to address grief-stricken survivors, many who have questioned the capability of their government. These residents only just at the beginning of a long rebuild. Some locals telling us they are hearing they may not get power back for up to 7 weeks. We are working to confirm that, but of course, a lot of help needed for the community in Maui, Natasha.
Okay, Evyn Moon with that update. Thank you so much. Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.